Okay folks, as promised, this is a video comparing my two Firefly guitars with my Fender Squier Telecaster, the 70s Thinline edition. And as I said in my last video, my unboxing of the Squier, that I'm actually going to sell the two Fireflies to cover the cost of the Squier. And so did I make a good decision? Let me know your thoughts after the video in the comments, and after the video I will let you know my thoughts. And so how I'm going to do this, I first want to show you the three guitars, and so just get a good look at the aesthetics and the hardware, and just kind of take it from there, first the looks, and then we'll go through how they sound. Okay, so first up is the Firefly Telecaster, and so here it is. It's green. Very cool green color with a charcoal pickguard. Very cool. Okay, and there's a look at the pickup configuration and the bridge. Traditional ashtray. Telecaster neck with rosewood. Okay, and it has the binding. Very cool. A lot for the money. They go for about $150. Some very cool grain. Okay, and there are the tuners, and just a quick heads up, the neck profile I would say is a traditional C. Okay, so next up is the Firefly Es335. Okay, very cool guitar, midnight blue I think they call it. There you go. Semi-hollow body, decent hardware, I can tell you that. Pickups, they look good. Gibson style neck, cool headstop. Okay, I can tell you the nuts on these are pretty decent too. I haven't had any trouble with binding or anything like that. Okay, there you go. All right, so that's the Es335, and then finally the Squier. Yeah, very cool, very nice looking guitar. Hardware is pretty decent. Nice pickups. I really like these Squier pickups. Okay, Telecaster neck. Turn it around. String through design, just like the Firefly. And just to tell you, this is the neck profile is probably what sold it for me on this one, and is why I traded. I really like that modern. This is more of a modern C. Thinner, very comfortable to play, and is probably what sealed the deal for me for the actual, I guess you would say, trade. Okay, so now that we've taken a look at them, let's hear how they sound. And before I get started, just a little rundown of the equipment. I will be playing through a Vox Night Train, which I think is a really nice, chimey, clean sound and amp for these three style guitars, and I'll be playing it clean, all three of them clean, and then I'll be using my Vox 112 Night Train cabinet, which has a nice greenback in it, Celestian greenback. And then as far as the mics go, I have to use a Rhodes field mic. I'm trying to get my mic situation together to where I can use my SM57 and use the lapel mic. So had to get an adapter. I'm still waiting on that. So until then I have to use the field mic. So hopefully that does a decent job. So I'll play all three of them clean, and then play all three of them, just add a little dirt to them. I'll be using a Emerson Paramount, a fantastic transparent, clean boost to mid gain pedal. Very good pedal, especially for the price. I picked it up for like under $100, and it's really nice for these kind of guitars. Okay, that, and then after that I'm going to add some reverb to all three of them, and do a loop through the my Chase Bliss mood. So I'll be using the reverb and just do some more ambient stuff to finish all three out. Okay, so first up is the Firefly. Telecaster. Okay, I'll go ahead and plug it up. Turn it up a little bit. Okay, nice Chinese sound. Get that Telecaster sound getting out of here. Get it out of this guitar. Middle. Neck. Do a little loop. Okay, of the three, I will say that probably the pickups on this one are probably the weakest. Now, they could probably be tweaked by raising them, and maybe that. I don't want to give them be too rough on them because they sound really good, you know, and they definitely have that Telecaster sound. But and remember, this is clean, so I'm going to give it a little boost, and this definitely wakens them up a little bit. So. So when you put that little bit on there, it balances them out a little more too. Okay. Now, just one more thing. I'm going to run it through its paces. Oh, one more thing I thought I would do. Just a little extra here. I didn't. Is I think I would like to throw a little more gain at each of these, and just to see if the pickups can handle it and what they sound like. So before I go with the reverb and the ambient stuff, I'm just going to throw the Rev G3. Obviously a metal pedal, but very versatile pedal too. If you back the gain off and don't use either of the channels, they're pretty decent on mid gain too. So going to stack a little bit, just throw a little bit more gain. So here we go. So this is with the Rev G3. pickups handle it pretty well. So, okay. Now, one final pace, one final thing to run it through is the ambient stuff. Okay. So this is the mood pedal. I'm just going to play a D and just play over it. I'm going to do the same for each guitar. It'll leave the Paramount on just to give all three guitars just some body. Again, great pedal for that type of thing. Happen to think that all three of these guitars are great for ambient style. Okay, so next up is the ES335. Okay, because this is a traditional ES335, the plug goes into the front of the guitar, which isn't my favorite. That's the only thing that's a little bit of a bummer about this. Just for me, I get a little bit nervous when it's plugged up that way, especially if it's a straight cord, not slanted. So anyway, okay, so first clean. Okay, probably do a little loop. ES335, one of the humbuckers. Okay, go to the middle. I'm going to add the dirt to it now. finally, I'm going to go ahead and throw the Rev 3. Again, handles the dirt very well. So the pickups, I mean, for $150, the pickups are pretty decent on these guitars, and just the overall quality. I would say that for $150, both of these guitars exceed their price range. And so, and when comparing it to a guitar that cost $400 or $500, that is where it really starts to get a little tricky in terms of the value. Obviously, the Squier is going to sound a little better. I do think the pickups sound better. Going to play it, but how much better for 3 times the cost, right? And again, we're talking about under $500 for all 3. So these are the type of purchases that, you know, someone would be looking for this either for a beginner or just if you want some flexibility and having different guitars, Telecaster ES335, that type of thing. Definitely value. I would say all 3 under $500 are very good guitars, very playable. Okay, so next up, the Squier. Sure my wire's not in the way there. Okay, first clean. All right. Okay, do a little loop. Just clean, straight through the box. Pickups, by the way. If the Firefly guitars exceed their price range, in other words, if they're nicer than the $150, if they outperform the $150, I would say that these pickups outperform their price. I would say it's probably about the best thing about these guitars. It's my personal. A lot of other good things, again, the neck and just the way that it looks. But again, okay, so let me throw some dirt. Love the neck. Okay, back to bridge. I'm going to go ahead and put the red 3. Okay. Say it handles the dirt very well. Humbuckers, I'm sure, help. Okay, so just finally, I'm going to go ahead and use the mood, do the reverb. I did not do that with the ES335. I'll do that though. After this guitar, I will go ahead and run that through the mood. Okay, so here we go. Again, just a D. Did leave the Paramount on. And I think I said this before, but these guitars, all 3 of them, are great for the ambient stuff. Okay, so that's it for the Squier. But let me just go through the ES335, just with the mood, and then we'll wrap this up. Okay. And it's kind of funny that I am winding up on this guitar because, and I'll tell you why in a minute. But okay, just do the D. Okay, so that's it for the 3 guitars. And so now that I've gone through all 3 of them, I'll tell you what my thoughts are. First, again, the Fireflys outperform their price range. The 150, I just think you get a lot. Are they as nice as the Squier? In some respects, even though they may not be as nice, they do certain things that the Squier doesn't, and that's in particular the E335. I actually think, and I have done more ambient stuff with that guitar, and I just think that is a great guitar for that type of thing. And so, and although the Squier is too, it's just it doesn't have that same warm sound. And with that, again, for the 150, I mean, the pickups sound good for that type of thing. They handle the dirt well. And so, and for me, in a lot of respects, this guitar is the winner. Not the nicest guitar of the 3, but for the price, the nicest. And with that, I have even been thinking about that I may actually keep this guitar and sell another piece of gear to cover the rest of the Squier. I really like the Squier, and I'm totally happy with the purchase and with the trade. Again, really just because I really like that neck. I like that neck profile. I think the pickups sound great. It's just a really nice guitar for that price. You cannot go wrong. You can't go wrong with any one of these. I would say for a beginner, if you're a parent looking for a guitar and can't afford the Squier, man, those Fireflys, if you can get a hold of them, they go fast, are nice guitars. They play really well. So those are my thoughts, and I'd love to know yours, and I hope you enjoyed this. I'd like to do more of this type of thing, so please comment and let me know if there's anything else that you would like to see me do. I'm going to be doing some more reviews, maybe the mood pedal. I've done a couple things, but maybe I'll go more in depth with that. I've seen a lot of videos with that pedal, but you know, the more I find when I'm looking at a pedal, especially at that price, I want to see as many as possible and get as many opinions, feedback, and what people do with them as possible. So anyway, again, I appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed it, and over and out. Have a